So good morning and welcome to Monkhouse Mondays. Today I've got with me Ivan from Transaction Services Group. Hi Ivan, how are you doing at the moment?
I'm really well, David. Yourself?
Yeah, I am actually. I've had a few down moments, I have to say. It's a bit of a roller coaster, but yeah, all good. I think the family side of stuff, exercise is good. So yeah, all good. So what are you doing to stay fit and healthy at the moment, Ivan?
Well, I'm probably the fittest I've been, if I'm honest, David. It's given me the opportunity to actually work out a little more. So in the industry, we've got a lot of our colleagues putting free workouts online. The Box 12 I've been doing every Monday night. Joe at Stages has been doing classes on a Thursday, so I've been joining in on those. Les Mills on demand. So I'm lucky enough to have a spin bike and some free weights. Some of my colleagues in the industry lent me a weights bench, so I managed to convert my garage into a mini gym, if you will, David.
Fantastic.
And then I've got 3 boys, so we managed to get delivery of a tennis table on Good Friday. It was hard to come by, there's no doubt about that, but certainly been having mini tournaments here at the household. And we did a family sports day on VE Day on Friday, so that kept me a little bit active as well, which was great.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, table tennis, I couldn't get one, so we've got a decorating table and some Coke cans, which is interesting. But I liked all your name dropping earlier, but Mr. Wright's not going to be very happy because you're doing really well on your My Zone MEPs as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I do apologise to Mr. Wright. Yes, that keeps me motivated. The My Zone belt certainly does. I'm only diamond at the moment. I think you're Hall of Fame, David, but I've got about another 7 months to go to reach your dizzy heights.
Oh, I wish. No, I think I've got 11 months for Hall of Fame, so I will get there. We'll get there similar time. But anyway, let's get on with the conversation. So I'm really interested from a membership collection point of view, which is obviously the skill set that you bring to the table. What are operators, or what should operators be doing during lockdown when they consider their DD collection and the management of DDs?
Yeah, well, look, we did a lot of work at the start, so it was quite challenging. We had, 24 hours notice on close down. So we were helping clients unwind, if you will. So we saw that 89% of our clients froze their membership, either fully or in parts. So we've seen some great results, and it's just testament to our industry as the community, and people feel part of our community, that some of the memberships kept going, and they decided that they wanted to support their local club or their local trust or their local big box gym, whatever that might be, and continue with the payments. So we've seen some really good results on that. Some real good communication we saw. So to really minimise the number of cancellations, the good communicators out there through all their channels, whether that be email, whether that be social media, whatever form that took, we really saw some really good communication. I think that's the key to it, making sure that members are communicated with, whether they're offering virtual classes through that. As TSG, we offered, as part of our family, we have True Coach. So to help people out with that, we offered them True Coach free of charge through this period so that they could offer virtual classes. We saw some really good stuff around that, around offering an at-home membership, if you will. So at least get some subscription money through, dropping the price by offering, maybe that's $9.99 a month or whatever that might be, but offering an at-home membership has been really successful for some of our people. But I think the key to that, David, is communication. Is with the members, what's happening with the payments, and keeping them up to date. Because if people don't know what the plan is, they're more likely to cancel, as we all see. But I think, keeping the memberships informed around what you're doing and what your plans are around the subscription payments is key to it.
Okay, and I think that communication bit is really important across the piece, isn't it? And what I'm seeing and what I like is where I see the local instructor doing something on class. Some of the big stuff around group exercise and online is absolutely fabulous, but there seems to be so much connectivity between a customer and their local instructor, somebody they know, somebody they see. I think it's been quite clever. Seen any of that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's been done. So an example of that would be where they've been putting the virtual classes, so maybe that's Les Mills on demand or something like that, but also doing some really good exercises and putting them into streams. So whether that's yoga classes, weight training, CV, whatever that might be, we've seen some really good examples of how they've engaged and keeping that community feel, David. So if you're used to seeing that instructor, they'd maybe doing it in their garden or their garage, but they're seeing a local face, and it's keeping them engaged with the club and keeping them engaged in health and fitness, which has been a real positive.
Absolutely, and really vital for mental health as well as physical health. So,
indeed.
As operators are starting now to look to the future, we've had the UK active guidance around what we should be doing when we reopen. We're going to get some guidance soon if we don't get it now as part of the rebuild plan around reopening. What sort of things should operators be considering now, ready for that reopening phase?
Well, I think that and we're doing this as a company as well, but trying to second guess what's been happening is quite difficult, or what's going to happen, should I say, David. So I think they should plan for every scenario. So what does reopening look like, and how are we going to be able to switch everybody's payments back on? Is it going to be geographical? So in certain parts of the country, because as we can see with Wales and Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, they've got different views on that and different plans. So if you've got clubs that are across the borders in each UK, how is that going to affect you? Age restrictions. So are the most vulnerable not going to be allowed into the clubs, so that you'll have to keep everybody over 70 frozen, or whatever that might be? But young people are allowed in, others aren't. So really giving some thought to the different scenarios that reopening might bring, if you will. But also communicate. Once we do know, then we mentioned it before around communicating, make sure that plan is communicated to your membership base, so that they know and they are up to date with what your plan is going forward.
Okay. So, sorry, Ivan, just to drop you into one of those questions you talked about, absolutely, it could be regional, it could be age-based, there could be all kinds of restrictions that are put on this. Should organisations be just double-checking their databases now to make sure they've got those fields, so that actually they will be able to freeze, for example, over 75 memberships?
Yeah, they absolutely should. I mean, as a client of ours, we would have that data in and be able to help our clients through it. But if they've not utilised in a third party such as ourselves, then absolutely they should take this opportunity to really cleanse their database, make sure they've got everything that they need to plan and execute when the time comes right.
Right. Okay. Good. Sorry, I interrupted you.
But we're also seeing a bit of a mixed picture through the survey we did with our clients. So some are planning to unfreeze everybody when we've given the green light. Others are saying, well, we'll unfreeze everybody and then freeze people on request. So we'll allow freezing moving forward. Others are saying that they may offer a discounted membership if there's social distancing, for example. They may offer a discounted membership rate moving forward. So we're seeing a real mixed bag of what people are planning to do at the moment. I'm sure that picture will become clearer as we move forward.
Okay. Was there anything else that came out of that survey that you'd want to share with us? Because it sounds really interesting when you start talking to your clients about what their views are.
Yeah, we're interested in what their views are, because we're here to help them. We're here to make their business, their life easier at the end of the day. So the more insight we can get at the moment, the easier it'll be for us to help them in that reopening phase, if you will.
Yeah.
But I think what we're seeing on the survey is that were people going to offer a promo going forward? I hear this bandied around that it's the biggest pre-sell. I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's going to be slightly different. It's about re-engaging the people we already have and getting them back into the facility. So people are really interested in outbound communications as to re-engage with them. How can we do that? How can we make that an easy process for people to re-engage with them? If they did decide to cancel their subscription for what reason that might be, then how do we get them back into our facilities, and how do we help them achieve that? To make sure they're opening in the best financial position possible. We saw that it was 50-50 really on the survey as to whether people were going to offer a promotion opening or not. So it was quite close. It was more swayed towards we're not going to offer a promotion, but others were going to offer a promotion on reopening. So that was an interesting stat.
Yeah. And I find that one fascinating, because I'm not sure how most operators can operate on a reduced capacity and a reduced yield with costs being as high as they are to do the types of things that we do. So I'm quite surprised it was 50-50 actually.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that was a surprising. And people are making very quick decisions at the moment, and their opinions are changing from hour to hour, David, in some circumstances. So I think that we may see that picture changing depending on how long this phase goes on for. But we also saw that 67% of clients felt that there was good customer confidence, consumer confidence, should I say, in when we are allowed to reopen to come back. So 67% of them felt that there would be high level of consumer confidence to come back and use the facilities, which I found quite interesting.
Yeah. You know, we're doing some stuff at the minute as LeisureNet and consumer attitude surveys, and actually probably our data is reinforcing that. I do think that when we start looking at the age profiles, though, there's a very different view once you sort of hit 60 years old as to whether you're that confident about coming back.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, with the most vulnerable, there's probably a little bit less confidence going forward, and the advice coming from government is that that should be the case. But yeah, we'll certainly see moving forward. But I think going back to that piece is that communication is going to be key coming, to your membership base, and also if you're using a third-party provider, whether that's us or another, communicating that plan clearly to your partners and your business partners in the industry is going to be key. So we can help you through that.
Okay, excellent. And I've seen some really good stuff from TSG, DFC around some white papers. Have you got any other resources to sort of help operators find their way around this and move it forward in a positive way?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a big believer in it's a business partnership. I think one of the things I've got out of this, and just to go off a little tangent, if I may, David, one of the things I've really got out of this is what a great industry we work in, David. I've been with it a long time, and I know you have. But it's just reinforced what great people and what a great industry we work in. Some real good collaboration from all parties and data sharing and what have you to help each other through this process and this time. But I've been really, quite set back by it. I think it's really been really brilliant to see. Yeah. So. You mentioned the white papers. I mentioned earlier around TrueCoach. So what could we do to help our clients really quickly develop a virtual offering to their memberships so that they're keeping their members engaged? We offered the TrueCoach for that. We've been writing some white papers, as you quite rightly say, one on the virtual, but also how to save your revenue moving forward. How do we grow revenue? What does the future look like? So yeah, we've been putting some information, as many of our industry colleagues have, and it's been great to see the amount of really good information out there. And this is an example of that, David, I suppose, the great things you're doing on Monkhouse Monday. Thank you. And I've really been, I've enjoyed watching them each week.
Right. Well, that's really good of you, Ivan, because I have to say video is not a medium I've used very often, and I found myself getting more and more comfortable with it, which is great. But I would reinforce that piece around revenue management and saving revenue, and because I think we're going to have to be very, very efficient going forward. So anything that we can find, whether that's base loading to find our utility consumption in our buildings, or whether it's really truly understanding our collection regimes and the messaging and the communication that works, I think offering those types of things now, Ivan, is really powerful, because we're going to have to be even more efficient going forward.
We absolutely are, and I think other subscription models. So the virtual offering was probably a nice to have pre-COVID-19. Post-COVID-19, it's going to be essential. So as the revenue streams that they can create by offering and that whole membership, a lot of our clients, certainly in the trust sector, has very rural areas that they have to reach out to keep people active. That could be a great solution to bring people that can't make it into the club into health and fitness by offering that at-home membership. For people that can't reach, whether that's the elderly or infirm, or whether that's people because of it's too far away, then certainly we can engage with more people.
Yeah, and that's a really interesting place to close. I'm just doing a piece of work with an authority that's looking at a new building at the moment, and one of the things somebody from the NHS, the CCG, asked for was, is there a way a studio can be built in so that actually we can film and send stuff out online, because we've realised through this process that so many people are engaging with online. So on that really positive note for the future of our business, Ivan, thank you so much for your time. Really value that. Thank you and take care. Looking forward to a coffee and a beer, by the way. So we need to get soon, mate. All right.
You too, David. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.
And stay safe. Cheers, David.